Hello there. Day number 279, half complete. Hi there, I'm the Pathwalker. I upload daily videos about my life. I talk about the tasks and plans and schedules that I had for the day, if I did everything I had planned on doing, my direction towards goals that I'm working for. I track my progress in areas like family, friends, career, all of that. Seeing, trying to improve all of those areas gradually. And, I talk about the plan and schedule for the next day, all just reflecting on my life, trial and error, seeing what works, what doesn't, and sharing that with you guys. All right. So, it is currently 7:57 p.m., so we are uploading this quite late, but not too late. I mean, my stream had to start at 8 p.m. I'm not going to be able to get a perfect 8 p.m. start time, but that's okay. I'm going to be streaming shortly after, but basically, here is what happened. Last night, our stream went until like almost 5 a.m. or 5 a.m. And then I ended up staying up for another 30 minutes. I didn't floss and we didn't sleep at 4:30 a.m. That's for sure. We ended up like going to sleep. Unfortunately, I kept saying we were going sleeping earlier and earlier, and I didn't want to lose that. I kind of lost it. I mean, it was like 5:30-ish around there that I ended up, going into bed. But then when I was in bed, I was like still, I don't know, I was kind of trying to sleep, but then a little bit on my phone and, like sleeping phone, weird stuff going on until like 6, maybe even a little bit past 6 a.m. And yeah, the real issue is, of course, that I had to wake up early for church. I still managed to wake up. I woke up at 11. And then I was just so tired that I just like, yeah, I woke up at 11, but I was so tired, I just like stayed awake. I just stayed awake to slowly get awake, and then I got out of bed around 11:30, and then I went to church. And I was late, but you know what? I still went. I still talked to people. It still felt like a good time. I didn't get to shower. I still haven't showered actually. Now, after church, I ended up realizing I had to go to the groceries. I didn't write that down. I did go to the groceries. I didn't go rock climbing. I just felt like with how tired I was, there was no way I would have had time for this. So that wasn't happening. And with how tired I was after I ended up getting home after the groceries, I didn't really feel like I was going to be doing stream work. I ended up immediately after coming home. I was just, you know what, I'm so tired. My eyes still feel tired, but I'm, trying to work on it. I'm really slowly kind of waking up. I ended up sleeping from about 3:30 around that time up until 7 p.m. And then, yeah, now I did end up doing everything else. And unfortunately, as much as I hate doing this, especially because I love my streaks and I talked about it just last video, I failed abstinence last night and kind of this, uh, I don't know, like when I was waking, I don't remember exactly at what point. It wasn't like, I'm still gonna call it a fail. It wasn't a explicit fail, which I do like, and I like the fact that I didn't tell myself, well, we failed, why don't we just have a great time, right? I avoided doing that. So I'm really happy about that. We basically were like poking, For those who don't know, the abstinence that I'm talking about here is just zero pornography, zero looking at any pictures or videos or anything. And I didn't really look at anything. I saw a few pictures, I'm not going to downplay it. I'm going to call it as accurately as it is. Um, I feel like, it is still a fail. So at this point, we almost went 20 days from when we originally started the streak. I feel okay because it didn't end up getting into, and I liked it because I wasn't really feeling too craving about it. So I felt good overall. I feel like my mind has already begun shifting, especially after this time, and I'm ready to just continue from here. I'm thinking I could start again, kind of like, oh, now this is day one, right? April 23rd. But I kind of feel like this was a bit of just a short bump in the road. Like I don't feel like I need to tell myself, "Oh man, now we're all back from the beginning." because I feel like I already have made progress. I like how I ended up dealing with it, and I like going forward from there. So that's how I feel about it, and I'll be tracking it, of course, continuing from now. So we can remember the 23rd now if we want, but to me, still, what started on the 4th has really been building up and is still having positive effects now. We still have that going. Um, so church, ate good food at church. Then I went to the groceries. I slept 3 hours and a half, 4 hours. Then I had a dinner with my family. My mom made some good food, so I don't take responsibility for this or the church at the food at church. But I ate well, healthy stuff. Then I jogged with the dog, which I feel good about. A little bit of cardio, make me breathe deeper. I really want to improve my cardio. It feels really, I don't like the idea of getting tired very fast. I don't like that. Then I figured out some details about the rock climbing hold. Finally, I ended up like just figuring out, okay, I got the device that I use to measure the beams. I talked to my mom. My mom's better at like she does a lot of like DIY home furniture and stuff. And I kind of have I already had an idea. We both agree where it should go. Just about thinking if I need a plaque of wood to go behind where I'm screwing it in, or if I could just do it straight into the drywall. I need to check where the beams are and all that. But I hope that it will go nicely and I'll be able to get this set up. But I'll basically just be using some of her help with this. And then I wrote tomorrow's schedule. So for the most part, we did everything, right? I said maybe. These are the maybes that we didn't do, right? Other than the abstinence, of course. So I still feel good. I still feel good that I woke up. I slept to have myself energy. I have a long stream ahead of me that I'm excited for. Um, and we're gonna try to go to sleep by 4:30 again. Tomorrow, the goal is to wake up by 1 p.m. I probably might need a little bit more sleep. That's why I gave myself the 1 p.m. Might go a little bit further. We're just gonna have a smoothie, shower, and then we're gonna rock climb. Maybe I'm gonna hang out with my friend after and have some food, or I will do some Twitch work when I get home. Get that dog walked, have a small meal, and basically chill until stream. Stream might start earlier than this, but I just left it here. In fact, whatever. Let's just extend it like that. And then we're planning to go to bed at the latest at 5 a.m. that night. Okay. Actually, why don't we just change it to there? Perfect. So, for our goal viewer, I'm gonna leave sleep here because I do like where we currently are. Definitely not an improvement because we slept late, but the fact that we did manage to wake up and still go to church, I'm very happy about. Nutrition wise, we're great, but I don't feel like taking credit too much because it was given to me. Fitness and rock climb. Today's going to be my day off of working out. Um, but I will be starting it tomorrow, and I will gradually be implementing, days where I'm not rock climbing, doing some other stuff like more ab exercises, leg exercises. Nothing else to change here. Family, in fact, I'm going to improve. I do like the fact that I went to church. I like how I feel better about my the situation with my sister and my mom. My sister came over recently, so that feels good. Romantic, nothing to change so far in these areas. Dog walking. Yeah, we're gonna improve it. We just walked my dog 2 days in a row. I feel great about that. So definitely in the green now. So that feels good. Nothing else to change. We're working on that rock climbing hold. And then we got that Twitch work that we're trying to get to. Okay, so what have I learned? Well, last night I didn't drink a lot, but I ended up drinking some. And I feel like that's what caused me to end up having the stream go longer than it should have been. And then that caused an issue with me being well rested enough for church. I also realized if I want to go to church, I can't. I really my Saturday night streams just can't go late. I feel like the latest they should go is 3 because then that way I could go to sleep at 3:30. If I go to sleep at 3:30, I could wake up at 11, and even though I'm going to be still late, at least I'll be well rested enough and still go there earlier for the time being. So that's kind of the adjustment that I need to make. This is really reminding me of what I mentioned in some past videos of when you have objectives that you're working on and you notice that you're not hitting them, find the things that are getting in the way of that. For me, I just clearly identify it, and think of it actively, right? This is why, like, just because I was thinking of it before, that's why I'm thinking of it now. Look, alcohol. I mean, I'm sure this applies to most people, and in general, it'd be best if we just never drank alcohol. If I never drank alcohol, and I think that would apply to most people. But um, in my case, when I drink alcohol, I start caring less about, oh, I could go a little bit later or whatever. And now I just addressed it. Like, look, my Saturday night stream is getting in the way of me being able to be well rested enough and to wake up on time to go to church on Sundays. So I'm going to have to reduce that, right? These are the kind of adjustments I'm talking about. And I think it's very important because if I just started going, next time I'll try to do better. Well, how? How are you going to do better? It's a very important thing. I remember watching a video just as an example when I went when I go rock climbing. I watched a video of a guy that was saying, I want you to climb something at most 5 times, and if you can't do it, then switch. Unfortunately, I'm stubborn. I've been really working on this climb that's fun, and I really hope I can get it. Just one. I just one, just because of how cool it is. But he said, when you fail a climb that you tried, identify what it is that you did wrong and what it is that you could do better. And it sounds simple, it sounds basic, but if you don't do it, it's such a difference, right? If you're like, oh, okay, I'll just try to figure it out next time I go. Well, I mean, you might get a little bit lucky, but it's better, and you're more familiar with the climb, so maybe some things will be easier. But at the end of the day, at the place where you fell, what caused that to happen? And you're going to end up, and likely, if you're not thinking about this, you're going to get there, you're going to keep failing, failing, failing until you're like, okay, well, hold on, what am I doing wrong? Instead of that, instead of having multiple experiences, like for me, where it's like, let's say I have multiple cases where I'm not showing up to church on time, and then I finally go, which is kind of what I'm doing realistically, but then I go, okay, what do I need to do to change this? You know? Stopping to think instead of just hoping that things are going to be better the next time you try it is not the way to go. Plan, focus, like having something clearly outlined and keep it simple, right? This whole stuff doesn't need to be complicated. What did I say? Don't drink, finish your stream earlier. Boom. Nothing complex for me personally. And that's what I would apply to you. If something's not working, right, try to find the things that are getting in the way and find a solution to those things and actively think about it. If you're not studying as well, you should be. If you're always late on your assignments, if there's a million examples that could come from all of this, but that active problem solving mindset is key to being able to overcome these things. I mean, maybe you'll overcome them eventually, but wouldn't you rather overcome them sooner? And I know I talk about like slow progress, but this is one where it's really just use your brain. Use your brain to see the problem and address it. It sounds like common sense. It sounds like, why am I even saying this? Everyone would know this, but I really think that most people don't actually actively think about these kind of things. A lot of us just think, oh, I'll figure it out. I'll do this. And I think that that's a very good piece of advice there, for myself and for anybody out there. So I'll leave you guys with that. That's what I feel like I learned for today. I feel like I'm still in a great position. I already feel waking up now. I feel like I'm still in a great position to go, have a great day tomorrow, have a good stream now, and especially have the sleep nailed down. And tomorrow, right, is the end of our week because even though it's a Monday, I have Sunday, Mondays off, so Mondays are kind of like my Sundays. That's where I'll be doing my weekly assessment, which, as you know, if I go rock climbing and I nail my sleep, I will have achieved. So as long as I go to sleep, if I can go to sleep tonight at 4:30 a.m. or earlier, that would be perfect. And then have a great day tomorrow, and then everything gets lined up nicely. So I'm really looking forward to that. I thank you guys for watching. Let's keep this going, and I'll see you guys in the next one.